Welcome to junkjournalmayhem at Studioloo.
Hello, we are on to day number 7 already. Bread milk bag tie. So, what else should I say today? Okay, so if you're new here to Junk Journal Mayhem, please check my description box for all the details. But basically, every day I'm doing something weird on the channel in May, hence mayhem. You're happy, you're welcome. I'm happy, and you're welcome to join me if you want. But it's going to be a little bit calamitous, hence the whole mayhem. So today I have this baggie here of these plastic ties. These come on bread and milk here in Canada. Nowadays, the ones on the bread bags have turned to paper, which is good news. But the ones on the milk bags are still plastic. And I'm not sure if, the milk people will come up with a better solution or not to using plastic, but that's neither here nor there. So I've already done a video about printing these bad boys, and it was a little bit mayhem on its own, let me tell you. It was, I had this whole jelly printing concept, which I still want to do, but differently. And I was just individually, like, if this is my jelly plate, I was going to just lay them all down, and I did. And I printed some prints, but it was very tedious, like, individually dealing with them. So today I've come up with a bit of an idea. I've got this old book cover that I don't plan to use for anything, so I'm just going to rip half of it off and use the other half for a nice hard base. You could use cardboard. I specifically want to use this nice hard board though. The reason being is these do not have a lot of lift to them. They just have a little lift, and so I'm almost wondering if I shouldn't maybe glue 2 of them together in order to get a good lift off of the board. I think I will do that. So things are already a little bit like strained here. I have to glue all these together. I've got a glue gun out, so like expect problems. For some reason I have 2 half-drank waters because I'm definitely a drinks goblin, and I have been fueled just a little bit by these chocolate covered coffee beans this morning. Because what else are you going to have with your coffee than chocolate covered coffee beans? So let's give this an honest effort here, and we'll start using this glue gun. Oh, and I've all of a sudden started accidentally playing a video in the background. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to just try to keep it simple with this. I love this glue gun because it plugs in and it stays hot. Much more than my little one, and I also just like having a big glue stick that I don't have to change a whole bunch. So what I'll do first, I think, is just like glue these together until we have enough to lift these up off of the surface. You know, these would also be a lot of fun. Like if you were doing a journal tag, you could use it as a topper if you want to do something different. I thought I would do something that was kind of like making a supply today, but I'm also going to make something at the very end with this supply that I've created. Oh, that's my next glue stick. It's not adhered yet. Okay, and we'll just kind of keep on going here. So why don't I get all this done? I'll speed through it for you so you don't have to listen to me yammer on about this, and then we'll come back.
Swagger down the street with your red lips and funky beat. You better hold your head up to the sky. I'm gonna roll with you till the day I die.
Okay, so now that these are all glued on, I've decided I'm going to use the other side of this book board to be my paint spreading surface. You could use a jelly plate, you could use, you know, an acrylic or a glass mat, whatever you use for block printing or printing. I'm just going to move this cord from this glue gun here. I want to leave it plugged in though, because I might use it for something afterward. So I have some nice green paint here. This is just Green Forest in the plaid range. I got this one thrifting the other day, and I think it's a little chunky and weird, but I'm gonna see how it goes. Yeah, we'll just get a little out here. I grabbed it because I wanted the color. But it is a little chunky because it is thrifted paint. We are not too good for thrifted paint here. Why is this? Oh, there we go. Okay. Sometimes it doesn't like to churn when the paint's a little older. Let's just check here. Sometimes things just want you to get dirty, you know? There we go. Okay. Let's move this over for a second, and I'll just roll it a couple times here. Or drag it, perhaps. We'll see. I might have to do a little intervention with this. Are we rolling now? Are we okay? All right, we're okay. All right. Now we can hopefully roll this around. Let me get another piece of paper. Oh, the things you don't anticipate. I need to get my other roller if this one's going to be a bum. Okay, so then we're just going to roll on top of here. Okay. And cover these all in paint. Probably just put that on there as a little reassurance that I don't get too much paint on my desk, although this desk, I have to wash it like every day, twice a day usually. Because we make messes here. Oh. Haha, you're not staying stuck. See trouble. Trouble on the glue front here. We might have to revamp this whole technique if these don't stay. And I did get a little extra glue bleed there. I'm gonna wipe it with a bit of fabric. You know, there's just something really funny about this particular bread tie thing, that every time I try to make something with these bread tags, I get the worst, like, problems. But, you know, of all the times to have these wacky problems, it's now, because it's mayhem. We're allowed to do crazy things, like get way too much glue involved. Okay. That's fine. Well, let's just take a tweezer and go in between here and see if I can lift any of that up. There. Okay. Thankfully, this is not a surface I'm using for art. It's just a tool, right? So it doesn't need to look pretty. I just don't want it to pick up paint. There we go. Okay. Now stay down. Oops. Okay. Oh, see, it's happening again. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to work with glue gun. I might have to weld these together with something else. But you know what I'm noticing? I think I know what's causing this. It's the ones that weren't painted in the past. The ones that were painted in the past, they stuck. Also, possibly the glue was not hot enough when I put them together, because I did have it unplugged, so I don't know. Okay. It's okay. We're just going to prime these. Going to get them a little primed. And then I'm going to add a little more paint here now, because I need a little more paint. And I'm going to add maybe a little water to this. Just a tiny bit. Just to easily thin it out. That's good. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that one's stuck now. Yeah, so I think it'll just be the ones that didn't get painted ahead of time. That plastic to plastic, it doesn't seem to like the hot glue gun glue. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I'll use this a few times and then we'll see. So now I'm going to get this piece of, this is like the front of a book where someone has written on. And let me just grab my bigger book here. Move this out of the way. And now we're going to try to print it on there. Okay. And this is where I think it's important and good to have this hard book. I would trust like a foam or something for block printing, like on cardboard, like a softer kind of surface than this. But I think for these hard bread tags, I don't want them to sink into the foam and then have the foam push through like the negative space. So I'm hoping for a clean print. Pull this off. Okay, not bad. You know, something not bad for a first try. So there's a couple issues. Number one, this is old paper, so it adhered itself to that. I'm not angry at this though. I actually quite like it. It's really subtle and cool the way that it printed. I like it for the old paper, but let's try again on some paper that isn't old paper, like this manila. So I will do another coat of paint. And these seem to be okay now. They don't seem to be lifting, so a little bit more paint. And I probably could grab a different paint, but I just want to carry on here. Just thin that a little. Okay. I think the only other thing that I'm sort of detecting as a potential challenge with this, gluing them together, is if one is thicker than the rest, it may create an uneven surface. So just something to think about. You may only want to use one and test it out. I'm trying to get more lift though with two. So let's see how this does. And then we'll understand the success of this method or not. There's a million ways to do things. This one way is just what I'm choosing today. Okay. Lift up, lift up, lift up. Okay, so still a little bit patchy. And then again, I think it has to do with the unevenness of the surface. But also, let me try removing this book out of the way and printing just on a flat surface. The other thing is I can try pressing it from the top. I want to test both. Let's test both, because then I'll know like what ultimately works better. So I'm not going to worry about super neat right now. I know there's some smudges of paint. I'm just trying to test this out. Okay, and lift. Yeah, that's still not great. So let's try this book page. We'll repaint this. And pressing from above is going to give me a little more control over what gets pressed and what doesn't. So here I'm able to make contact, and I know I'm making contact individually with every bread tag. And this is why it's important to have that lift above the book, right? So that you got two that are higher than the book. So if there's any paint on the book, it won't impact this. And this feels kind of like jelly printing, to be honest. Okay, there we go. Peanut butter, that's the one. This is the method. Now let's try it with the manila paper as well, this stuff, to see how a thicker paper works. So we know a thinner paper, like that book page that I just used, works really well because you're able to make an impression with your hand, and the paper is thin and soft, so it's not like this manila craft paper, which is a little thicker. It's more almost like file folder, but not quite. Just paint that back up again. Ignore the drawing on the back. This is some of my kids' art. We have a lot of art in this house, and I can't keep all of it. Both theirs and mine. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm still able to do the same thing, but it might be lighter. Let me see. Okay, but yeah, I do like that. It's like distressed, you know? So the best method to use is thinner paper, which doesn't surprise me. It's very similar to what you would do with a jelly print. A good jelly print usually happens with thinner paper. So why don't I clean up a little bit, and I think I'm going to use these two, and we'll make a couple pieces of fun ephemera, okay? I shall return in a moment. Okay, so I just backed these. So this one is the old book page. This one is the book page that wasn't so old, but was thin. So I have pulled aside a few little focal points, and I think what I would like to do is probably turn these into, maybe one is a journal card and one is a tag. This one I think I will make into a tag. Do I like the width of it? Yeah, I do, actually. I think it's good. Yeah. This one I will keep like that. I made a side to round the corners. So I think what I would like to do is, I have this shell and these girls, and I think I might put them on there. And then I have this bird and this girl, and I kind of want to put her like, almost like, maybe we need to switch these because I need a wider surface actually. I think these will work interchangeably. My bird here, and then how do I want her? I want her to kind of be riding on this bird. Yeah, that's cute. Okay, so that'll be our kind of main focal points, okay? Then I might also grab just a little thin bit of this lace. And I'm thinking, how would it look behind the back of this shell? Around here. That could be cute. Okay, let's do that. So let's turn this bottle upside down because it's getting low and it's just getting difficult to use. Let me grab my art glitter glue though, because we can put these together for sure. So we'll just glue her hat. Okay, they're glued together. Now we'll just glue the rest of this down here. Okay. And I just need to glue that little wing. That's the one spot where it overlaps. Okay. And I might trim this a little bit. There we go. Can't get rid of the edge on this side because of the bird head. That's okay. We're going to be inking anyways, so it's not really going to matter. Okay. So now, where is my glue book? Over here. And do we want that to be a tag, or do we want it to be a journal card? I kind of want it to be a tag. I don't know. I'm in a tag mood. Even though I'll lose the tip of her hat, that's fine. Okay. So I need my distress ink, and I need some more collage-y stuff, I think. I want some words on here, and I think I want to put a bit of book spine as well. Probably something like this. Oops. Yeah. Mysterious places. That could be fun. Find the ladybirds. Maybe she's a ladybird. That could be cute. Yeah, we'll make her a ladybird. She's a lady who rides on a bird. Okay. Then, the other thing I'm thinking, I do want to ink and stitcher on this, but I'm thinking I might want to add like one of these up here. I don't know if like one down here could be kind of cute. Like, that's a nice color. Just to kind of play on the bread tag, right? I think the art glitter will hold this really well, to be honest. And this one's not like bent or anything, so it's not going to stick up. I am going to, I think, maybe wait to put this one on the top till I've stitched. And I am going to do my inking. Okay, good. I think that feels done, except I do want to put that on and I want to stitch. So now we'll move on to this, and hopefully the glue is behaving itself now. I'll move that out of the way for now. And what we want to do is just squeeze a line of glue on the back of here. I just realized I've totally got my glue gun plugged in. I could have used my glue gun. My hot glue gun right here. I didn't even need to wait for this, but that's fine. So now the idea here is we'll take this lace, plop it down. I mean, I guess that the benefit is I'm also not going to burn my fingers with the Fabri-Tac. I would call that a benefit. Okay, there we go. Smoosh down, smoosh down. And then we can trim right there. Then let's go ahead and use the glue gun on this maybe. Whee. I never use glue guns. Like, this is weird. It works. Pick this up. Let's get rid of that paper because it's all inky. Okay, and we want this sort of here. pull that lace out a little right there. There we go. Yeah, it just gives it a little something. It's hard to explain. I like that though. Okay. I think I'll like it more when I have the girls there. It's kind of going to give them a little lift. I'll just kind of press here, and then I need to get words for this. So many word bits. And a frog. We have a frog looking in here, but no, I don't think so. I don't know how a frog head got in there, but she had always been afraid of storms, and she said so. I like that. Let's go with that. Just give that another little press. It's all good. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and I think with the shell back there, this is kind of cute. I'm not going to put anything under that. I just want it to sort of subtly be there. Then we will ink around. And I think also, okay, now that's for that one. I need my own little bread tag for on here, maybe two. I add one there and one here, but then I won't put one on the top. I'm going to use this bit of gray woven fabric. So let's glue these on. Okay, so now it's just stitching time. I'll do that. I'll come back and then we will look at these two pieces all finished. Okay, my friends, so today we made a tulle. We made a couple pieces of ephemera. We used bread ties in a couple different ways. So yeah, I like this. I'm really happy I have this now. And these don't seem to be falling or moving or doing anything weird anymore, so that's good. I think also if they are, you can pull them off and repair them with a new one if you want to. But yeah, that was a fun little project. I like how the ephemera turned out, and I'm happy to have a new tulle, a new stencil. So I am adding all of these kind of things into like a plastic bin that I keep all my handmade stamps in. So I recommend making one of these. Also think about what are some other sort of common things that you don't even really think about that are in your day-to-day life, but they're iconic, like a bread tie, you know, pop tabs maybe. Like there's probably a lot of things like that that we don't even think about that would make an impression. So that being said, thanks for joining me. I hope you liked this little making event here. I hope you're enjoying the mayhem so far, and I will be with you for the rest of the month doing all of this kind of stuff. So we'll talk again tomorrow. Bye for now.